Recording live from the Airbus, it's the Dragon Balls Deep podcast with your hosts, Devin and Drew.
And we're live. What's the Airbus?
The Airbus is a bad translation for airship, which makes way more sense.
It's also a bad translation of a bad translation.
Do you think the Airbus can withstand chair throws?
Yes, but not a dolly.
Not a dolly. Any corrections?
I don't have any. I'm sure there's probably something I was supposed to look up, but...
Yeah, I got nothing either.
Fuck it.
Ready? Want to just get into it? I think we dragged the last episode a little, little too long.
The last few episodes, maybe.
Yeah, man. Let's jump right into it then.
All right. Dragon Ball Z, episode 34. Kickoff. Krillin is holding the Spirit Bambadoo, while Gohan and Vegeta have a sparring match in the sky. Vegeta hits Gohan, sending him down, only to just barely catch himself at the last second. Krillin is still in awe of the Spirit Bambadoo, and seems to be struggling with just handling it. Shaman Goku tells him, "Clear your mind, Krillin. Don't try to force it. Let it flow through you." Krillin takes this advice and manages to form the energy back into a ball. Goku explains to Krillin what it is and gives him some words of advice. Krillin says this part. Krillin says, "Right, got it, I'll do my best." Did you notice this part? It was really weird. It's like Funimation was forcing lines again.
Yeah, it didn't match up a whole lot, but it wasn't anything really worth writing down.
It was like his mouth was moving, but they couldn't really find something that would match up, so they just had him drag out words.
Yeah, I noticed in the beginning, I don't remember specifically, but there was like a lot from the beginning episode, or the beginning of the episode where they were just adding lines and there was nothing. Like that off-screen thing they like to do when the characters' heads turn, they just like throw in some lines.
Yeah, because somebody always has to be saying something.
Exactly. Can't have dead air, even with all the crazy music going in the background in the American version.
Right.
But how long did it take Goku to learn how to do the Spirit Bomb?
Like
a couple weeks?
Like 2 weeks.
And then...
Because it took him forever to get there, and then he had to catch a monkey, and then he had to whack a grasshopper.
So Krillin's just kind of getting the crash course. Like, here, I already made the fucking ball. Now you just gotta throw it.
Basically.
Well, he didn't even really know what... Actually, Krillin technically made the ball. He just gave him, like, the energy. I don't know.
Yeah, he gave him the energy, and he just kind of focused it into a ball, I guess. I don't know how it works.
I wonder, like, what the energy feels like when, like, you just get handed all the energy of the fucking world.
Probably pretty intense.
I think it's, like, tingly.
Probably a lot more tingly.
I don't know. Apparently turning Super Saiyan just makes you feel tingly. According to fucking Dragon Ball Super.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, the Super Friends. Actually, Vegeta approaches Gohan. Gohan says he's just way too strong. If my dad couldn't beat him, how am I supposed to do it? Krillin jumps up on top of a rock cliff thing. What are those anyway?
They're rocks.
I never know what to call them.
They're like, yeah, they're just fucking rocks. I don't know.
See, it's very difficult. Back at Kame House, everyone is pleasantly surprised at how well Gohan is doing against Vegeta. Chi-Chi asks Ox King if Gohan is going to win. Ox King replies, well, I don't know about that, dude.
He's a little more blunt in the subs. In the subs, he's like, what are you saying, Chi-Chi? Gohan is no match for that guy.
I like it.
It's kind of like when CM Punk was going to fight Mickey Gall, and people were actually asking, you think Mickey Gall has a chance? It's like, what? Fucking serious? I mean, what did I say? I meant CM Punk.
Yeah. CM Punk's been in some real fights, dude.
He's a blue belt, brother.
He fought the Undertaker.
What's Mickey Gall gonna do when CM Punk gets that figure 4 leg lock?
What's Mickey Gall gonna do when CM Punk goes up to the top rope, dude?
It's on that 3rd rope.
Anyway, Ox King says that they should yell because that helps somehow for reasons.
Who should yell?
Everybody at Roshi's house.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, after he was like kind of like Chi-Chi asked him if Gohan would win, and he kind of just danced around it. He was like, well, I don't know. But then he's like, we should all yell. That'll help.
God. Couldn't think of anything better for him to say.
Yeah, that's what he said.
All right.
You know, it's like when you're watching a fight and you yell at the TV for the guy you're cheering and you think it'll help.
I think he was more wanting everybody to yell so he wouldn't have to hear Baba's moaning. Because we got some more of that in this episode.
Did we?
Oh, yeah. When Chi-Chi's, like, shaking her.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll get to that. Gohan and Vegeta decide to fight some more. Or they're having a race. I wasn't sure. Gohan and Vegeta are moving so quick that Baba's crystal ball can't keep up with them. Chi-Chi, out of anger, begins to violently shake Baba. And this is the part that I'm sure you loved so much.
Should I do my Baba impression now?
Sure. Tremendous.
Pretty good.
It's your new gimmick now, dude.
Oh, God. Hopefully she never does it again.
Well, when she's gone from the, like the next saga or whatever, you'll always be there to...
This is true. They end up getting a new voice actor for Baba eventually. The other lady must have died.
Vegeta, out of what seems like frustration, fires an energy blast at Gohan, who manages to dodge it and fire back one of his own, the patented Masenko.
This was weird because this made me like kind of question the translation because Gohan says KAMEHAMEHA instead of Masenko in the subs. So I don't know.
He didn't fire Kamehameha, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That didn't make sense, and
Or
that was like the first.
He just didn't really know how to. Maybe just I don't want to say like
maybe he flubbed his line.
They didn't have time to do a reshoot.
I didn't think that the Masenko worked unless you actually said Masenko.
Well, that's what he said in the dubs.
Yeah.
I don't want
to. But then he fires the second one and he doesn't say it though.
Oh well, it was already charged up.
You only have to say it once, and then
if you're going to like fire them repeatedly like that, I guess you only have to say it once. Otherwise, he would be, Masenko, 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 Masenko. That would be a little, yeah. Even for Dragon Ball, that would be kind of dumb.
That's how it should be. You should have to say it
every single
time.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's like he didn't know how to fire like a Kamehameha. I mean, he obviously doesn't know how to do that, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's like he was just kind of, I'm going to fire this energy blast and then just copy what Goku does.
Yeah, maybe that's Well, he was watching, or did he get to see Goku fight at all?
Against
Kind of left like right
Vegeta?
away. Yeah.
Not really, no.
So, yeah, he probably hasn't even seen a Kamehameha before.
Ooh.
Unless his dad uses him to chop trees down, which is likely.
Yeah, that's likely. It's possible he's seen one. Vegeta dodges, so Gohan continues to fire more, unsuccessfully. Because of this, Vegeta is constantly moving to avoid the attacks, making it impossible for Krillin to hit him with the Spirit Bombadoo. Suddenly, Krillin gets a call from King Kai on the Kai phone.
Long distance, brother.
King Kai says, "Don't use your eyes when throwing the Spirit Bomb." King Kai tells Krillin to feel it out and that he'll know when the moment is right.
He goes in a little more detail on the subs. He says, "Sense out the evil Kai and shoot at that."
That makes sense.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, you made a good point though. Kai needs to like give all these motherfuckers a heads up so they're not all like, "Who the hell's talking to me?"
Yeah. Maybe just a introduction first.
Krillin's fucking trying to focus on the moment of his life, and all of a sudden he has this fucking strange voice he doesn't know just telling him things. What the fuck?
King Kai explains that he's the one who trained Goku and taught him the Spirit Bombadoo. King Kai says, "I did not expect this turn of events, but you are now in control of the Spirit Bomb. So the fate of the entire planet is resting in Krillin's hands."
No pressure.
Yeah. Especially for Krillin.
I feel like Krillin doesn't really do well in pressure situations.
No, he doesn't.
He fumbles the ball quite a bit.
He doesn't do that well in non-pressure situations.
Which is why I reiterate that should have been Yajirobe.
Yeah.
Or if anything, Krillin should have just fucking teed up that spirit ball and have Yajirobe come over with the sword and just smack it right into fucking Vegeta. Line drive. Hits every time.
Now, as we've seen Yajirobe, not just here, but throughout the series, he does some kind of questionable things.
What?
And he doesn't seem to be, how do I put this, 100% pure.
It's questionably awesome things.
So wouldn't he kind of give off some...
What, Evil Kai?
bad juju?
No. Absolutely not.
All right.
Yajirobe could fucking ride Nimbus clouds if he wanted to. He's a saint.
Well, I'd like to see him try. Gohan is now spent after blowing his load of Masenkos. Vegeta approaches him and says, "I've got to hand it to you. Your strength is surprising. Yes, you should be proud. You fought well, but unfortunately for you, it wasn't well enough." I feel like he's kind of saying like the same thing in every episode.
Yeah, and it's like the same thing with the subs too. Like he's not really giving him as much credit in the subs. He's kind of just like, "All right, you've been pissing me off for a while, and now you're about to get smashed."
Smish.
Smish like chicken.
Vegeta now has his back turned to Krillin, and Krillin thinks this is the right time to use the Spirit Bombadoo, but decides against it, remembering what King Kai told him, that he would know when the moment is right.
Yeah, this fucking what's the word I'm looking for? It's like textbook Krillin right here. Hesitating.
Yeah.
And then Yajirobe gets just as frustrated as I do, I think, coming up.
Yeah, he does. We'll get to that. Vegeta says, "It's time to put an end to this." And then he fires a barrage of energy blasts at Gohan. Doesn't this move have a name?
It's not the Gatling gun's the one big one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if that one has a name. Which doesn't make sense. Like, the Gatling gun should be the barrage. It's more like a Gatling gun.
It's Gallic.
What?
Gallic.
Gallic?
Gallic.
Ah. I've been saying it wrong all these years.
Oh, God.
Nothing else new, though.
There's our correction.
What does Gatlic mean?
I don't know. Would you like me to look it up?
Nope.
Let's do it anyway. Gallic gun.
How do you even spell it?
Gallick.
Gallic?
Gallic. Energy wave. Vegeta signature attacks.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, this isn't the one that's like... This is just one giant beam.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a giant beam, but... I don't know. The only ones I can ever remember is Gallic Gun and Double Sunday. There's Super Gallic Gun.
There's the Final Flash.
Final Flash?
Yeah, that's Vegeta's other signature attack.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it doesn't have a name.
Well,
We can come up with a name.
But then how did he use it if he didn't yell anything out?
Maybe thunk it.
Okay.
Or maybe he whispered it.
Or
are we going to come up with a name for it?
Oh, God. We could.
Let's call it the multi-energy triple snack attack.
Just rolls off the tongue. I feel like it has a name. I feel like he does it a lot.
Well, how about we'll research this after the episode, and if we can't find one, we're coming up with a good name.
That's fair.
Alrighty. Settled.
So yes, Vegeta fires his energy blast, and it's sort of a direct hit. Almost a direct hit. Gohan just barely manages to avoid the attacks somehow. It's kind of effective, but I don't know.
I feel like at this point, like Vegeta's like running on fumes.
Yeah, he is. Then we see Yajirobe still hiding behind the rocks. Yajir points out that Krillin is kind of out in the open and making himself very noticeable holding that giant ball of energy.
Fucking dummy.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
I love Yajirobe's line here. It's like, doesn't anybody else know how to just sneak around the behind?
Yeah, that made me think like Yajirobe should be the one to get an eye patch and a bandana.
Snake!
Snake!
Stealthy Yajirobe.
Give
Secret
him
squirrel.
Secret squirrel.
Yeah.
Morocco mole. Gohan emerges from the rubble, and Vegeta takes off sprinting after him to finish him off. Vegeta says, "I hope you're watching this, Kakarot. Get a good look because it's the last time you're going to see your son." Krillin then realizes that this is the moment to throw the Spirit Bombadoo. And that brings us to our
Sub versus dub. So, in the original version, can you remind me what Yajirobe says at this point?
Yes, Yajir shouts, "Krillin, what are you waiting for? Just throw the darn thing."
Yeah, so it's kind of similar, but it's worded a little better in the subs. Yajirobe actually says, "Bitch, stop thinking and start making moves."
Does he actually say that?
No.
Aw.
I wish he did. That was Dave Chappelle.
What did he actually say?
I don't even remember. But Dave Chappelle wins sub versus dub.
What the fuck? You can't do that.
Yes, I can. It's my bit.
Touche.
It's what he should have said. It's unanimous.
I hope you get backlash. That's not even worth adding music in for.
You can add in, you can drop in Dave Chappelle's line.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Okay, now it's worth it.
Yes.
Vegeta. What I actually wrote down is Krillin realizes this is the moment to throw the spirit bomb, but stupid fucking idiot dum-dum Yajirobe shouts at him.
Yeah, right. Krillin would have never thrown that thing if Yajirobe didn't say anything. He was choking up there. He was like Eminem in 8 Mile.
Mom spaghetti?
Exactly.
Vegeta hears this and turns back at the last second to see Krillin throwing the spirit Bambaru at him. So in typical Dragon Ball fashion, Vegeta just stands there like a deer in headlights, wondering what the giant ball of energy is flying towards him.
This is great. I don't understand this. This happens a lot throughout the series, where like the characters just like like that's a perfect way to put it. I never even thought about it. They're just like deer in headlights. The thing looks like. I wonder how fast it's moving in Dragon Ball Z time, because we're obviously seeing it a lot slower than it actually is.
Yeah, in most cases, it's clearly enough time for them to move out of the way.
It seems that way, but I feel like it must be like we're just not seeing it in the actual time, or maybe like the spirit bomb's like so strong it has like this crazy gravity pull or something. I don't know, but they can't move. But it's weird.
I think the characters are just dumb.
Maybe that too.
I mean, we see plenty of times where characters actually do dodge attacks, but
yeah. But for some, it's like the big ones, like Spirit Bomb, where it's like they look so big and slow moving, yet nobody ever moves.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I guess technically, I mean, he did move, but
yeah, he did.
I don't know why we're arguing this. He stared for a little bit, though.
Yeah, at the last second, Vegeta jumps and dodges the Spirit Bambadu. Back at Kame House, Baba's crystal ball explodes. Cue sound effect.
No, I don't want to.
God damn it. That's all right. I'll just
one per episode.
I'll just clip
That's
it
cheating.
from earlier and just re-add it.
No, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. Back at the fight, after Vegeta dodged the Spirit Bambadu, this now put Gohan directly in its path. King Kai tells Goku to try to rebound, like throwing around a spirit bomb is some kind of sport. Spirit ball.
I like Gohan like whacking the spirit bomb. It reminded me of when you fight Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. And you like have that like back and forth like hitting
right,
like, the energy
yeah.
ball. I can't think. I feel like it's not very. They could have been the first people to do it, but I don't know. It just like seems so familiar. The whole like bouncing energy balls back and forth.
It's possible it was done before. Wouldn't surprise me.
So is there like a sport like that in real life? I guess like bocce ball, or what's no? That's not bocce. What's the one with the tether ball?
What do you mean?
It's like similar motion, like you're fucking hitting a ball back and forth.
Volleyball?
No, tether ball.
Oh, I guess. I mean, it's not really a sport.
I think it is.
It's more of just like a thing on a playground that dorks play.
It's I guess it's not really a sport.
Is it in the Olympics? Then it don't matter.
Fucking badminton's in the Olympics.
Badminton's a sport.
No, it's not.
They even play it in prison.
Badminton's a step away from long darts and horseshoes.
Horseshoes is fun. Don't knock horseshoes.
Cornhole.
Cornhole. What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. But anyway.
Yes, as Gohan sits there and watches the Spirit Bambadu come flying at him, Goku uses his telepathic powers to speak to Gohan using only his mind. Another one of those random.
Well,
saying.
I think we have to talk about this again because This is now, what, the second or third time? Where we have, like, Saiyans speaking telepathically to each other?
Vegeta did it with Nappa.
Yep, that was the first time.
I think this might be the second time. I don't know. I think Vegeta might have done it more than once with Nappa. But I think that's the only other time was them two.
It's weird. I think they end up, like, getting away from that, I'm pretty sure. Does it really happen, like, a lot in the rest of the series? I don't remember it happening.
It might happen with Goku and Gohan in Cell Saga, but I could be remembering it wrong.
I feel like it's different when, like, because, like, Goku was probably, like, dead and shit when that happened. It's different if it's, like, coming from Otherworld.
No, yeah, that does happen. That's different. Like, that happens.
But this is weird, like, because I definitely don't remember later in the series them ever doing, like, telepathy. Or ESP, whatever the fuck you want to call it. ESPNs.
ESPN. Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore. We'll find out,
Kind of cool. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. I wish they would have stuck with it.
As, like, just a Saiyan thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just what Saiyans need, more random abilities.
Exactly. They should be able to shapeshift, too.
They can?
Only in the monkeys, though. They should learn how to turn into different animals.
What do you want to turn into?
I don't know, like fucking kaijus.
I mean, giant apes are kind of kaijus.
I want, like, Godzilla.
Well?
They should turn into giant what is it, flamerkies? Is that what we came up with?
Giant flamerkies. There's the big bug thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. Oh, Yeti. Yeah. Yeti.
Well.
Anyway, Goku uses his ESPN. Goku says, Gohan, it's Dad. Can you hear me? Bounce it back, Gohan. The ball won't hurt you if there's no evil in your heart. You have to bounce it back. So Gohan just puts his hands up and hopes for the best. And what do you know? It works. It's almost like this shit has been predetermined.
It's a work, dude.
It is a work. Gohan bounces the Spirit Bambadoo back at Vegeta, who turns around just in time to be hit by it. The Spirit Bambadoo engulfs Vegeta and sends him flying into space.
This shit looked... I think this beats out Nappa for most painful moment. Vegeta does not look like he's having fun right now.
I love the animation here.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of
was awesome.
Reminded me of, like, those anime films from the 80s. Like the really fucked up violent ones.
Yeah. It's definitely... This saga, I don't know. I might just be, like... it's just not fresh in my head, maybe, but I just feel like this saga stands out from the rest of them. As far as, like, how, like, gritty it is, and everybody's just, like, beating the fucking hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, the art's great, the animation's great. The sound is awesome, for the most part.
The lines are a little hit and miss.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? I mean,
yeah.
There's only so much you can make with the source material.
What was the other most painful moment? Was it
there was
Goku? Oh yeah, Goku getting squeezed.
Yeah, I think that's still number one.
Probably. I mean, I don't know what a spirit bomb feels like. Clearly a lot worse than the Kamehameha Kaioken that he was hit with.
Yeah, that's for sure. But at the same time, he gets up shortly after, which we're about to get to.
King Kai and Krillin begin to celebrate. Not together, but simultaneously. Krillin runs over to Goku, who I'm not even sure how he's alive right now, to be honest. Like, he can't even open his eyes. They should probably call a medic.
Somebody get this dude a sensu bean.
Maybe throw him in Yajirobe's car and I don't know.
Just throw him in the pile with Yamcha and then.
You think they're still there?
I hope so.
It'd be funny if throughout like they never wish Yamcha back, but his body stayed there throughout the whole series, and then randomly, like when somebody went by the area, you just kind of
walk by it now and then.
Yeah, you just see him back there, like flies all over him, and
every time, like they show it like once per saga, and like every time he's just like slightly more decomposed.
Yeah, and then at the end, it's just like a skeleton.
Or it's just like, all right, this is going a little off, but there's this show called The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret. And after every credit scene, like, well, I'm not going to get into it too much, but anyway, like the point is, like the main character leaves.
Was this about the cats?
Yeah, the cats.
Yeah.
So he leaves his house in the show, and then he leaves his cats with like fucking a month's worth of cat food.
Yeah.
And after the credits of every episode, it shows like he left his window open, so there's all like these stray cats coming in his house, and like every episode his house is like more and more fucked up. I'm just saying they could have done a similar thing with Yamcha's body.
Yeah.
Show it at the end of every credits scene, a little more decomposed. Fucking wild animals get into it.
Yeah.
Vultures.
I was gonna say
rats.
Wilson like gnawing on him, or Wilson like runs off with his skull.
I think Wilson would just sniff it and run away.
Oh, you don't think he would be interested?
He's not that desperate.
I think Wilson's still stuck on an island that somebody was supposed to go back for.
Poor old Dick Wilson.
Yep. Oh, well, maybe we'll see him again one day.
I doubt it.
We can only hope. Both Goku and Gohan are relieved. Even Yagers cracks a smile. Back at Kame House, Baba asks Roshi for some glue to fix her crystal ball. Chi-Chi freaks out, and then Genius Bulma has the bright idea for everyone to load up into her flying car bus and go to the battlefield where all the danger is.
Yeah, I feel bad for Ox King. They had to leave him behind.
Oh, we'll get to that. But first, everyone is interrupted by Shitrock. I mean, Korra.
What? Why? Shitrock?
Isn't that his name?
No.
Shitrock.
What are you talking about?
The kitty.
Why are you calling him Shitrock? Oh, is that one of Bubbles' kitty's names? I'm not even familiar with that one.
Shitrock.
So is that what we're calling Korra from now on?
Shitrock. I mean, we could call him Gary Laser Eyes if you want.
No, I like Shitrock better.
Shitrock. I would call him Shitrock. That's a good name. From now on, Korra will be known as Shitrock.
Yes. Eventually, every character is going to have a different name.
We got Dick Wilson. We got Ron.
Shitrock.
Yagers.
Trash pile.
That could be more than one person again.
In the end, it's just going to be Yamcha.
Okay. Kind of trash clown.
Trash clown. I like that. I like that. We'll save that for a working title.
We got Green Daddy.
Green Daddy. I didn't realize how many we came up with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't have one for everybody yet. Yeah, so Shitrock shows up, and I don't know what the fuck the point of this is. I don't know why he's there, but everyone just got into the airboat anyway. And
there's no point to have this episode. This episode is a borderline filler episode. Like, something important happens, but 90% of it is just bullshit filler.
I'm just saying, I would like to know why Korra showed up at Kame House. Like, they're just standing around, Korra shows up, and then next thing you know, they're in the fucking airboat. Like,
I don't even think... Well, So Kai is like a abbreviated version, right?
Excuse me?
The Kai.
Kai.
Or Dragon Ball Z Kai, or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, right. It's,
It follows the manga more, right?
yeah, it's like they kind of took out the filler and they redid some lines and stuff.
So I haven't seen Kai, but I assume like this episode would have been like 3 minutes.
This episode probably doesn't exist.
It's true.
Or they could have like spliced like the past 3 episodes together. With
like I want to like, I'm kind of like flipping through the manga real quick. I doubt any of this shit happens.
What, in the show or in the manga?
In the manga.
Oh, like with Korn, yeah. I mean, Shitrock.
Yeah, exactly. Krillin's probably not even, or Korn's probably not even in Dragon Ball Z. In the manga. They just completely left her out. Which pains me. I do like Korn, but he was more of like more important in Dragon Ball. He's not really of much use besides growing senzu beans.
Yeah, so they're going to the fight in the airboat. I don't know how they know where that is, but anime.
Yeah, I don't either. What? I guess say the scouter.
The scouter blew up, dude.
Did it?
Yeah.
When?
It was either when Vegeta powered up or when Goku went like Kaioken. It blew up.
Well, Bob is a fortune teller. She might have known where it is.
Bob is not with them, so.
Where she went back to Otherworld?
I think she stayed at Kame House with her broken
With
ball. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm sure.
What do you think what kind of conversations did Bob and Ox King have just waiting at Kame House and Turtle?
And Oolong's there too.
Oolong's there too.
And Puar.
That's a weird party that I don't want to.
I'm sure, I don't know. Ox King was Roshi's student, so I'm sure he's known Baba for a long time.
Ox King, you think he made Baba some pancakes?
Gave her a haircut? I think he tried.
It's like, hey, Baba, I got some glue and duct tape. Let's fix that crystal ball.
Ox King stayed behind because he couldn't fit in the airboat, even though he can fit in Roshi's house. And I'm sure he could probably fit into a Saiyan space pod, but we won't go there.
Yeah, I'm curious to decide. Like, I want to see a size comparison between Nappa and Ox King.
I think Ox King's bigger.
Is Ox King bigger than Bacterian, you think? I think they'd be in the same weight class.
It might be close. Ox King's size like fluctuates a lot throughout the series.
He's got a little bit of a weight problem.
He's got diabetes.
He eats emotionally.
Again, what the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know, man. Let's just get to the good part.
Yes, back on the battlefield, Gohan walks over to check on Goku and see if he's okay. Goku gives a verbal thumbs up. Goku says that it could be worse. Krillin says, yeah, you could be that alien.
Krillin's kind of a racist. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he was kind of... Him and Piccolo, he was always... Yeah.
You're probably going to gobble him up.
Right? Suddenly, everyone notices something in the sky. Something human-shaped. It's Vegeta. Vegeta crashes to the ground just a few feet away from the Z-Warriors. He appears to be unconscious. And here, I actually wrote, quick, Yajirobe, use your sword and kill him. But then I wrote, nope, can't do that. That would be too easy, and it would be unfair. And just as soon as I got done typing that, Yajirobe walks up, grabs his sword, and he says, now I can claim my prize. Like, holy shit, was Yajirobe actually going to kill him?
I think he was. He don't give a fuck, dude. That shit. That's why Yajirobe is the best character. There's no bullshit in him. He's not going to fall for your dumb touch butt. Tai Chi master martial arts. He's just going to cut your dick off and eat that shit.
Somebody's getting their dick ripped off. Krillin walks over to the lifeless Vegeta and pokes him with a stick. Actually, he says, he looks finished, all right. I guess that blast really did him in. Good thing, because he was bad to the core. At least now we won't have to look at his ugly face anymore.
Krillin sure has a whole lot of shit to talk when.
Did Krillin think he was dead?
Probably.
I was kind of confused, because I know he said, like, he looks finished, but I wasn't sure if Krillin thought he was dead or if he was just, you know, like, done fighting.
He might have said something about him.
Because, I mean, what was the plan here? If, like,
yeah, he actually, I'm reading this up now. He said, it's okay, he's dead.
Oh, okay, so, okay, never mind. Suddenly, in classic horror movie fashion, Vegeta opens his eyes. Well, his eye. He says, whose face is ugly? Everyone screams in fear.
Zombie Vegeta!
Oh, he's a fucking walker zombie. Quick, Yajirobe, you gotta stab him in the head.
Stab him in the head. Gotta cut off his head and light him on fire.
That would be great if as soon as Vegeta, said that, Yajirobe just stabs him.
From behind.
Yeah. King Kai freaks out that the spirit Bambadoo didn't work, saying that this Saiyan is tougher than he imagined.
You think?
Oh, that Vegeta's tough? Well, you know, it's this King Kai we're talking about. He's not necessarily wrong about the things he says. He's just always a little off. It's like he half-asses everything. Vegeta gets to his feet and says, I suppose you think you're very clever, don't you? Well, here's a piece of advice. If you're going to shoot someone in the back, make sure you finish them off. It's going to be my greatest pleasure wiping you and your worthless friends off the face of the planet. And Vegeta backhands the shit out of Krillin.
Yes. Gives him that Sean Connery backhand.
And then back to the ground where Krillin belongs.
Is this when he has that fucking weird coughing fit?
I think so, yeah.
This is just like super awkward, but hilarious.
Yeah, it's just one of...
It's like he like swallowed a moth or something on his way down.
A moth?
That's what I think. Have you ever seen Kung Pao?
Oh, yes.
Is that what the movie is called, Kung Pao?
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of the movie, when the old dude, like the moth flies in his mouth and he's talking.
Vegeta says, how does it feel knowing you had one chance to save your precious Earth and everyone on it, and you failed miserably? I imagine it feels kind of normal.
At this point, I want Vegeta to win.
Why? At least kill Krillin.
Yeah, at the very, very, very least, Krillin should have died. It's amazing that he didn't die in this saga.
Yeah, it really is, but...
I guess they had to keep him in because at this time they still hadn't made any loopholes to bringing people back from the dead either.
Well, the seed has been planted for that.
Has it?
Namek.
Kind of.
Yeah, Namek.
Old Namekstan. Namekistan.
Cut to the airboat. And it's Roshi, Bulma, Chi-Chi, and Shitrock. And nobody knows why he's there.
He's there to backseat drive, dude.
Yeah, he's backseat driving. Some stuff happens. And Roshi tells Bulma to put some respect on his name. Back at the fight, Vegeta begins walking towards Gohan and Goku. Vegeta says, "This is it, Kakarot. No more tricks. No more games. No more chances for you and your friends to escape. I'm done toying with you. I'm going to do now what I should have done from the very beginning. I'm going to blast all of you insolent pests into oblivion. I feel like he's kind of made this speech more than once now.
Yeah, it's getting a little tiring.
Just fucking do it already.
I think half of Vegeta's like wasted energy is just from talking.
Yeah, he's talked more than anyone over the last few episodes. Which is weird because later throughout the series he like talks the least. But I guess that's kind of...
He learned from this saga.
Yeah. Goku tells Gohan to run away. Vegeta begins to do something. I wasn't sure if this was an attack or he was powering up. There was light and energy going everywhere and whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a signature Vegeta move.
I guess it was supposed to be an attack, but he's too weak. So it was more just like a minor inconvenience.
And I think this is like by far the weakest Vegeta's probably ever been. Because he's genuinely shocked by like how little damage he does. Because like he's like, what the fuck? He's like,
yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, I guess this was like the attack that self-destruct move. I guess that he uses on Boo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he had the intention of killing himself this time. He definitely, in Boo, that was a suicide mission.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably the same attack though, just toned down.
Yeah.
And at a weakened state.
Yeah. Vegeta says, "This is pathetic. How could I be reduced to this?" And here's the scene. Did you like Vegeta's hair in this scene?
You got some nappy hair.
It was like super big and super spiky.
Yeah. I don't know. It just looks like it's all like burnt up from that spirit bomb.
Vegeta says, "I don't have enough energy to complete the attack. They're still alive." Vegeta is so drained that he can barely stand, but not so drained that he can't fly. Vegeta says, "That last attack must have damaged me more than I thought. I need to end this." So Vegeta flies over to Gohan to finish the job. But what's this? Vegeta is in shock at what he sees. It's Gohan's tail. It's grown back.
Dum dum dum.
Vegeta is shocked that the little Saiyan kid has a tail just like all the other Saiyans. But then Vegeta puts two and two together and remembers the blood waves. Vegeta says that he can't let Gohan transform. And Mr. Narrator comes in to send us off as we see Vegeta holding Gohan's tail, unsure of what to do.
So did the moon make his tail grow back?
You mean the blood waves?
Well, yeah, the artificial moon.
That's possible. Yeah, that's likely. I mean, I'm sure it probably would have grown back on its own, but that may have...
Yeah, and Krillin does mention too that Goku's tail grew back when he was a kid.
Yeah, and it has been... When did he... I guess it has been that long since Piccolo pulled his tail off?
It's been like 6 months probably.
Yeah, around. I don't know what the time period is for a Saiyan's tail to regrow. I feel like when Goku was a kid, it was a lot longer in between, but we're getting into like...
Right.
You know, we're getting into the whole time thing.
I wonder if like the second tail he grows like makes you even stronger than the first tail.
That's likely because that's kind of how Saiyans work.
Yeah.
Like the more damage they take, the more stronger they get.
I wonder if Vegeta's ever lost his tail.
Aside from this one time?
Yeah.
That's one of the theories is why it doesn't grow back. Either he's lost it before or adult Saiyans can't grow them back.
They're like baby teeth. Like get them back once and then after that, you're done so.
Yeah. So it is likely.
Like this dramatic ending too. Like they have like the 4 pain.
Yeah.
Little like... So we can see everybody's reaction simultaneously.
But yeah, this episode was like 90% nothing.
Yeah, we still managed to stretch it out an hour-long podcast. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what we're known for.
Well, I think we
gotta get those gimmicks in there, brother.
I think we covered the shit out of this episode. I'm ready to wrap it up.
All right, wrap it up. Follow us on Twitter at DVDpod. Like, subscribe, rate, review, download, and as always,
tune in next time for another exciting episode of the Dragon Balls Deep Podcast.